Hi unicorns! Welcome back to another video. Just in case you guys are new to my channel, my name is Nathalie and this is my Cafecito y Pan Dulce YouTube channel where I give you guys basically like coffee talks, but we're talking about different things, by which I mean topics from vlogs, fashion, makeup, God, anything. We literally talk about anything and everything. So for today's coffee talk, I just have for you guys my winter foundation routine, and I want to give like just a quick little disclaimer before we get all into this. First, in the winter, right now that it's winter, I have really dry skin. However, my skin has been acne prone, so even if it is dry, it's still very much prone to acne. So I have to take, like, I have to moisturize, but also not moisturize with specific products that have been known to cause acne. I have to moisturize with specific products that I know are non-comedogenic, which just means that they don't cause acne and don't clog your pores. Also, I wanted to announce before I get into this, this is a powder foundation, so just in case you absolutely hate powder, then this video might not be the video for you. But if you want to try powder or you want a little more information about powder foundation, then go ahead and keep watching. So, without further ado, grab your coffee. I have mine right here, my little snowman mug, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so we are about to get really up close and personal, and I make no apologies for my appearance because we have to embrace who we are in our natural skin, and we are freaking beautiful in our natural skin and with makeup on. We're gorgeous either way, so let's get up. Now that we are super up close, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. So I'm gonna start by applying the serum on my face, and I just take it straight out of the dropper and just apply it on my face. I don't put it on my hands at all. Does that make sense? If I have specific trouble spots, I just put like them individually on that spot too. Okay, so now we're gonna let that soak in for about, I would say, good 3 to 4 minutes. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to put on some chapstick. I just use my shea butter lotion, and this is the next product that we're going to use all over our face too. I'm just going to apply that on my lips. Okay, so once you've let the serum soak in, then you're going to go in with your favorite lotion. My favorite lotion for the winter months is my shea butter lotion, mostly because no offense to all the brands that make lotions, I haven't really found one that's affordable, that's super moisturizing, especially for the winter. So I just really like to use this one, and it helps make me able to use my powder foundation for the winter months too. So it's great. And all these ingredients are also non-comedogenic, doesn't have like, coconut oil is one ingredient that's always usually found on face lotions, and coconut oil is very comedogenic, so it's not an ingredient that I would use if I were acne prone. Let's take a little sip of our coffee while we wait for other ingredients to soak in. I also wanted to mention, a lot of you guys might be like, well, why would I want to use powder foundation during the winter? The reasons I use powder foundation is, first, powder foundations have a lot less ingredients if you choose them carefully. I personally am, maybe it's like the scientist side of me since I'm a biology major, whatever, but I don't like to put products on my face that have a ton of ingredients. So mostly because a lot of those are synthetic ingredients, ingredients that have been found to cause cancer or just not good for your skin. You know, they're just clogging all of your natural skin. So I like to use very natural ingredients, or as the least amount of ingredients that I can. So that's one of the reasons to use powder foundation. Also, I'm kind of on a tight budget right now, and my powder foundation was my summer foundation, and I don't really have like time to switch it around. And with powder foundations, you can also do a really good job of just letting it soak into your face and match you better versus having to buy 2 different shades for the summer and the winter, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our primer. You can also, after you have lotioned or put lotion all over your face, you can go in with a moisturizing facial spray. The one I'm going to be using to set everything, but that you can also use before you put on your primer and all that, is this Breath of Fresh Air Toner Water by Lush, but I use it as a setting spray. Remember, no rules when it comes to makeup. Okay, so if you have a moisturizing primer that you really like to use, then go ahead and use that one. Again, make sure that it's not comedogenic if you're acne prone, but if you're not acne prone and your skin just is flawless all the time, then just you go ahead and use it. So the one I've been using is Bare Minerals Prime Time, mostly because it goes with my foundation, so I'm just gonna put that all over. So usually while I wait for my primer to soak in, I will go ahead and go on with concealer. So the one I've been using under my eyes is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, mostly because this is a shade or two too light for me, so I use it under my eyes to help brighten. I just like that. I'll just use my fingers to dab that all in. Does a very good job of brightening under the eye, and it does also conceal while it's brightening. And now I can go in with my foundation. So the foundation I've been using is the Bare Minerals Original Powder Foundation. Original Mineral Powder Foundation. And I love it. I mean, okay, let's be honest, guys. Foundation, no matter what foundation, is not going to be a benefit to your skin. You're using it to cover up imperfections. You're a perfect girl the way you are. But you're using it to emphasize your beauty, let's put it that way. And when, like, regardless, like, it's going to damage your skin somehow. So I just try to use the minimal ingredients, like I said, just because then I feel like I'm not doing all bad to my skin. So I just pour this in the little cap here. Pour just a tiny amount, not too much. I hope you guys can see that. And then I go in with my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm going to warm up the powder. And the reason for doing this is just so that it's warmer, it's more susceptible to going onto your skin, it'll like melt into your skin a little bit better than if you were to just dab it in there and that's that. For the important part, the part you have to take your time with, buffing it all into your skin. So the more you buff it in, the longer you take to buff it in, the more it's going to melt into your skin and become more skin-like. I also use it to set under my eyes, so I'll just like go over my under eyes with it. So remember, take your time, don't rush it. And as you're moving it around in circles, it's melting into your skin. It's becoming like your skin. It won't look cakey, and it'll cover your blemishes a lot more with a lot less product too. So I'm using a lot of product on my forehead, mostly to cover up my acne that I have up there, but if you look really closely, it doesn't look cakey because of that same thing, that it's melting into your skin. Okay, the other nice thing about this foundation, because you don't have to, because it doesn't look cakey, you don't have to, like, you won't be able to notice which side, or like if you applied more product on this side than on this side. So you get to be very picky and decide what side of your face and what spots of your face need more coverage and which ones do you have to pile on more coverage onto and which ones you don't. Blend down to... Now, we are not quite done yet. We have to spot conceal. And for my spot concealer, I've been using the Physicians Formula Super CC concealer. Basically, I think this has like anti-aging properties in it too. Whatever. I just use it because it's a color correcting concealer, so it's in this shade, but it does a good job of correcting like red spots too. Acne and pimples have different coloring than our normal skin tone, so I like it because of that reason. They used to not sell it individually either. They used to sell it like on a whole kit with like the CC cream that comes with it, and I'm so glad that they started selling it individually. So I just placed this on my individual spots. My philosophy with concealer is that we want to cover some spots, but we also want to leave some spots showing just because we're all imperfect. You know, like I don't like a super like perfect face either, just because then we wouldn't be like human. It would make us less human, if that makes sense. Anyways, that's just my own personal philosophy. So I actually don't go in and blend in my concealer with my finger. I actually go in with this Scone blending brush. It's an eye brush, but I use it to kind of like buff in my concealer. And I just feel that because it's a powder foundation that I have on, putting on the liquid on top stays on longer, but blending it with this brush, or with a brush instead of using your finger, also lets the product be absorbed a little bit more so that you're not losing the product while you're tapping it in. Plus, brushes do a lot better job of blending and buffing and making sure that it's not going to look like you have just a specific spot that has concealer on it, if that makes sense. Now, for our very last step, before I go in with any bronzer or any of my other products, I go ahead and set this all with a moisturizing facial spray. So the one I use, like I said, is Breath of Fresh Air toner from Lush, but I use it as a setting spray, so we can just go ahead and spray that all over our faces. So this toner water has aloe, which is very moisturizing, and it also the aloe helps calm down redness. So if you're like me and have acne prone, dry skin, it's really nice because it calms down the redness but also moisturizes at the same time. Not only that, but it has rose in there too, so rose is really great at moisturizing and bringing balance to the skin too. Alrighty, so that concludes the foundation routine. So I left my makeup just being my foundation on just because I wanted you guys to be able to see what it looks like alone without any other product on. So as you can see, I still have like a natural type of glow, and that is thanks to all the steps that we took to moisturize. So there are a few other steps that I just want to quickly mention, just to help you guys also stay moisturized if you're using powder foundation or if you just want glowy skin during the winter and have that dry skin. So the first thing is try to use at least one moisturizing face mask a week. Also, I would suggest maybe you don't use the same products as me, but I think that the steps of using a moisturizing serum, moisturizing lotion, and a moisturizing primer if you can, or some kind of moisturizing setting spray. So I hope that you found these tips helpful and that you find a way to make your foundation work for you. Remember, again, there are no rules when it comes to makeup, so whatever works for you, but this is just what I have found that works for me, especially during the how to transition my powder foundation from summer to these dry winter months. And also remember that we have to embrace our natural beauty as well, so make no apologies for when you are not wearing makeup, and when you are wearing makeup, you be you, okay? And love yourself for it. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, found it helpful. If you're a new subscriber, make sure that you leave a sentence or two about yourself down in the comments and the little unicorn emoji. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!